Welcome back to the Swole Panda podcast. Today we have Ross from Ross Oliver Shoes. We'll get into it.
Let's do it.
Ross, nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
both.
This is the first time meeting Ross.
This is the first time we met,
is.
It is.
So, tell us a little bit about Ross Oliver Shoes.
I can. It's actually a very interesting story. So the idea originated from a very, very bad bet and almost a failed degree.
Okay.
So what it was, I was in university. I'll try and keep it short. I used to spend a lot of money on Jimmy Choos and all of those fancy brands and just found them to be obscenely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
One day, I think one of my fellow students in university just said to me, mate, please stop complaining. If you can do any better, just make your own pair.
Mm-hmm.
I took that as a bet. We set a little £100 wager. And then I spent the next 8 months of my final year in uni studying shoes and trying to find a supplier in the UK to make my samples.
Wow.
And then had to do my dissertation within 8 hours before the final day. So I did almost fail. But ultimately, I graduated with a pair of shoes that I made. It's quite funny. There's a picture of me stood up with my shoe, and then I just like leave the degree on the floor. I'm like this with a shoe. It's really odd. And I think my parents have that framed. And I just fell in love with the process, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn this into a business one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when I graduated, I tried to conjure up as much money as possible to start the brands. And then one thing led to another, looking for a USP, discovered Cactus Leather, which was just about to be released. And I went down that kind of whole USP of being vegan. I was vegan at the time as well for 7-8 years.
Wow.
And then that's kind of how it started, really.
Amazing. Was
Yeah.
the goal always to do it from cactus leather or from a sustainable leather, or was it kind of just a good shoe initially?
Yeah, it was all about a good shoe, trying to get the right comfort and the right fit. I have normal feet, but to find that I was finding discomfort, it's just not good enough. So the focus was that. It was just when I was about to launch, you just see brands popping up every day.
Yeah.
All the same.
Yeah.
Same leather, same factory. How can you differentiate yourself in today's world? And then I realized, well, there's a massive underservice of quality shoes for the vegan industry and the vegan market.
Yeah.
I was moving into veganism. I was vegetarian before, and then I moved into veganism, and I thought, well, it aligns with me. It's probably going to align with a massive audience out there that are being underserved. And so that's where the Cactus Leather came into it.
Amazing.
The kind of goal beyond that was, how can I be the John Lobb, the Crockett and Jones of the vegan world? Because if you look at all of the faux leather, it's all £100, really poor quality. But how can you get to that top tier? And that's where I built the whole business model, really, around that.
That's really cool, because we actually looked at belts, not from Cactus, and we wish we had.
Yeah, have you heard of Lignify?
Have, through Jordan.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we were looking at developing, a faux leather belt from Lignify, which is made from the byproduct of the paper industry, so super sustainable. That is kind of we're focusing on other things now. I think just because for us, I think the retail price that we'd have to put them out at is maybe a bit high for our target audience, but there's so many alternatives to leather out there now.
The market for alternative leathers has grown massively, and I looked into the one that you guys had or used, and the brown, that chocolate brown, was exquisite. It was really nice.
Lovely.
It's actually on my radar for my next release to introduce brown,
Amazing.
and I'm probably going to pursue that route.
Yeah, no, awesome.
Because they're UK based as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Lignify. I think they are.
Because
I
is
think they are.
the Cactus Leather currently from Mexico?
Correct.
From the two brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, I think the first person in the UK to adopt that.
I'd say you probably are. It's still
that's
not.
awesome.
It's not
No.
a common material to be using.
No.
And so when you were deciding on a material or a sustainable material for shoes, did you try other leathers that were potentially not durable enough?
Yeah. So we tried a few ranges, and we also tried a few ranges within this Cactus variant.
Okay.
And the way that shoes are obviously molded around a last, there's a lot of heat that comes through the bottom.
Okay.
And the factory that I work with, honestly, they are excellent. No MOQs, really enthusiastic to learn about this new material with me and help me and really supporting the business. I think without them and their support, I think trying to get where I am now would be much, much harder. But we found that a lot of them was just melting around that heat point that you need to get that curvature. And then we finally went up to the premium of premiums that we could find within that Cactus range. and it just behaved just like normal leather. And they were like, finally, and sent me a sample. And I did a little test on the streets, and nobody can tell the difference.
Amazing.
Like it's
So
really
cool.
hard to tell. So
But,
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, going back to what you said about having good suppliers, that's something that
Big
we've
thing.
found over the past 8-9 years. That is so important. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones producing your product, and you're working with them on a daily basis, and you need to have that trust and working relationship, which we've found certainly with our
Yeah, I
sock
mean,
and belt factory.
Our first sock factory is still the factory we put, most of the business through, and they again have grown with us. And if it wasn't from them being so, amenable and just wanting to work and grow, the business would be in a completely different place. And in terms of sales, is it mainly B2C, not B2B, or is it both?
Entirely direct to consumer.
Okay.
Yeah. So through our website, through a couple of partner websites, Immaculate Vegan being probably one of the most predominant for us.
Okay.
I think with the help of them and our direct efforts, I think 15 countries now we've shipped to.
Amazing.
Which,
so good.
yeah, I think the same as you boys. Like when you start, you get your first order, you get excited.
Yeah, oh no.
You get your 10th order, you're getting excited.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're now like ticking off places around the world. And you're like, wow, someone right now in America or Switzerland or Sweden even are wearing my shoes. It's
a
quite
nice
a fascinating
thought.
thing.
It's a nice thought.
Yeah, it's humbling.
And is wholesale potentially a route that you'd like to go down in the future, or?
Yeah, I'd love to, but I just think the capital expenditure that's required, and again, I know there's a lot of stigma around it.
Yeah.
It's quite intense. Like when I got started, I put everything that I had into just getting samples together. Then when I needed stock, I had to raise investment through an angel or two. So I went out to angels, got some money from them, and that allowed us to get started.
Yeah.
Now it's basically, generate turnover, reinvest back into new lines. And in 4 years, we've gone across 4 lines, and I'm hoping to keep one new line a year going. And then hopefully get to a point where there's such a variety, I could go to somewhere like, a namesake wholesaler and be like, this is us over the last 5 years. This is our variety now. What's your interest? And I think given the quality that we produce,
100%.
the designs are completely unique. There's no, can I have this off the shelf? Can I have this off the shelf? Everything is made by me, complete to my specifications, from the vamp length, the heel size, the kicker at the back. Everything is completely bespoke to what I want.
Yeah.
And the factory just works with that. Drives up the cost a little bit, because if you had their templates and they just cut the materials to what they already had, it would save me money, but they make everything by hand based on my specifications. So hits a cost, but I'd rather that, because going forward in the future, we are unique.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's off the shelf that anybody could have. So,
And in terms of other vegan shoes, like vegan leather shoes on the market, are there many competitors, or do you?
I would say in the kind of loafer space, I don't know of a competitor that's up with us yet. In terms of quality craft and like what we're producing, I don't think so. There are a few in the sneaker rate, it's the trainers and stuff that are very popular. Just look at the valuation of like Allbirds and so on and so forth. I think they just hit $1 billion in valuation. So the market is there.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of leading that front. I guess the biggest challenge though is how do you get your message across?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
As you guys probably know.
That's something I think that we struggled with at the beginning, or not struggled with, but I think a lot of our consumers, certainly when we started, bought our product for the quality and the colourful aspects of it, less so the sustainability aspect. I think that's kind of shifted as we've been around for longer. But I think that just goes to show that you can't just, a bit like other vegan shoes that are really poor quality, you can't just put out a vegan or a sustainable product. So you have to have that quality, style, and the sustainability aspect.
How do you find the balance of catering to both markets? Because I want to see myself as a leather alternative, but for everyone.
Yeah, it's tricky. I think, as you say, I think it comes down to messaging.
Yeah.
Because your shoes look leather, right?
And
that's what you want to achieve. That's kind of what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to tell the difference. So I think that comes down to the marketing side of things. Because much like our socks, if we didn't have bamboo socks on them, people just think they were a
Yeah.
colourful
Another
sock.
colourful sock.
And I think
yeah.
folk will, like you already are doing it, focusing on the product, making
Yeah.
the best product, and then when people buy it, they'll buy more.
We've always
And
said
then-
that. Like,
yeah.
if you've got a good quality product that you can stand behind and believe in, I think
100%.
that is the
Yeah.
most important.
No, I can second that.
Yeah.
100%. I think that's always been the focus. In an ideal world, I'd love to have both markets. Like if you look at our website, I don't talk heavily about veganism.
No.
Don't talk heavily about being an alternative to leather. I just want to make exceptional shoes that just cater to everybody in the market. If you're not a vegan, try them. You'll find out that they're so comfortable compared to leather.
Yeah.
You'll actually be surprised. Like when we got engaged with my wife, we were in Venice. It was during lockdown actually, and I was testing a pair of our first Bridgebit loafer.
Yeah.
We must have done like 30,000 steps a day. Like Venice was empty because it was lockdown, so we were so fortunate. And I was testing them. We're doing 30,000 steps, and I could do another 30,000 more. It
And
was unreal.
Most leather loafers,
Yeah.
you ain't
They're not
gonna
doing
be
that,
doing
mate. Your feet are gonna be
30,000
cut up.
steps.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Blistered.
you can ask anyone who knows me. The last time I did not wear a loafer was probably when I was born.
Yeah.
Like I
It's
live
the
in
same as us in Swole
yeah.
Panda socks, I think.
yeah. I'm popping to the shops. It's in a loafer.
Okay.
I need to go and play a bit of some sport. I'm going in a loafer.
Yeah.
Like everything is a loafer, and I just like you said, I live by the fact, and I stand behind my products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was fit enough, I'd run a marathon in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not fit enough, and I'm not gonna put myself through that, but
Yeah.
you could.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to be the forefront. And I want it to be like, well, I'm vegan, and these shoes appeal to me. And I also want, I'm not vegan, but these are just exceptional.
Yeah.
That would be some great marketing.
That
Yeah.
would.
Yeah. I might have to find
That
some
would be good.
influencer
Yeah,
that's
that
a
would
good
be a-
runner.
Yeah.
And they
that
can
would
wear
be
a
good.
Swole Panda with a pair
Pair
of
of
socks.
socks. I like that.
Like,
We'll say it's offline.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
get, we'll
Yeah.
get this
Yeah.
going.
We'll
I
find
like that.
someone to run.
I'm not
that
running
with.
it though.
Okay. And then the near future, what is it for you guys in terms of growth? Is it another design a year and then?
Yeah, I'd basically like to hit all of my core favorites.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce a Chelsea boot. I'd like to maybe do a country boot, a couple of more formal, maybe an Oxford, maybe a Derby.
yeah.
Nice.
And once I've hit that, I want to explore some accessories.
Okay.
You know, maybe looking at pairing up with watch brands
Mm-hmm.
for straps.
Yep.
There are, I think, I'm not sure if you saw, but Hublot actually used cactus leather in their most recent
Do they? Interesting.
launch. Yeah, they used cactus, the green cactus, the same as what we used in our green loafer. They used that on one of the recent launch. I think it was the Big Bang,
Yeah.
one of the latest ones. I would love to start making some straps, partnering them up with some shoes, combinations.
That would be
I mean,
really
it's a passion of mine, watch side, so, you know,
Yeah.
it'd be nice. Going down the obvious routes of belts and so on, but I think, like, that's the dream. Maybe hitting some wholesalers is also a dream, but right now, just seeing great feedback from customers and having to tick another country off that
Yeah.
we've shipped to it's all the satisfaction I need, really. Just loving that day by day.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you love what you're doing every day.
Yeah. And if anyone, not of course direct competitor, but if anyone was wanting to branch out to themselves starting something, would you have any advice for them?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I made a lot of mistakes in my first year and a half. Yeah. So I put a lot of money into some initial stock that didn't really budge.
Yeah.
So that was catastrophic, really. I put some money into marketing, into channels that didn't really yield anything.
Yeah.
We've all done
But it's because I think all entrepreneurs do it.
Yeah.
You read, like, what do I need to do? I need to do X, Y, and Z. And you just follow the playbook.
yeah.
But what you realize is actually to be competitive in the magazine space or the Instagram space, if you're paying for ads, you have to have a massive budget.
You do.
Like-
You have to have deep
Yes.
pockets.
If you put 10 grand into it, you're not going to scratch the surface. You're going to be hardly seen and you're just losing money.
Yeah.
It's mistakes like that. So what I would do if I were to start again, I'd build my own personal profile first. I was quite quiet on Instagram before that. I would actually go through building my own personal brand as something to leverage when I introduce products.
Yep.
Because that's going to be a free marketing opportunity. I would certainly test stock levels as well.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get that right. I still ordering like 10 in size 12. Like no one's size 12 anymore apparently.
Yeah.
Like no one needs size 12s
Yeah.
apart from a few people in the US. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's just trying to find those. And I think just being really astute and just thinking and having the attitude of, right, fine. If I undercut it and I have people messaging saying they want them, that's better than sitting on stock that's not moving anyway.
Yeah.
And just changing that mentality, I think.
Yeah, no.
Those were
No, that's
Big
some real
mistakes.
takeaways. So I'm going back to the building a personal brand to start with.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily for us, but I wish we'd just got more video content when we
Yeah.
started. We've got like 5 videos from.
Yeah, from when we first. Yeah.
But then I think back in 2015, 16, it wasn't the thing to video everything, was it? I think
Yeah,
things
yeah.
have changed over the past sort of
Well,
10
that's
years.
it. You've also got to be fully up to date with all the changes of, what's Threads now? Like, what's Threads?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you have to follow all these waves of trends,
You
and
do.
you can't be old school or stuck in your ways of like, no, I love my shoes. They're English made. I'm super traditional.
Yeah.
But no, you've got to think, where are my consumers? And you
Yeah.
actually have to move your persona to those worlds. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in a magazine somewhere that no one reads anymore. And it's like, well, that's pointless.
Got to move with the time.
You've got to move. It's massively important. You have to put your ego aside. As much as I don't want to be on TikTok, you have to be on TikTok.
So,
These are lovely. Wait, sorry, we now have the shoes.
Yeah,
we have
yes.
now a pair of Ross
they've
Oliver shoes
appeared
and
from
these.
somewhere.
Yeah, wow.
Nice.
I mean, you can never tell that these are.
That's the aim. That is the
Oh,
aim. So
okay.
you're holding our tassel loafer, which is called the Pembroke.
Which one did you start with?
At Bridgebit, actually.
Okay.
The one that was based on the Clifton suspension bridge. I don't have that because pretty much out of stock.
Okay, okay.
These are beautiful quality.
Yeah, and that's our
Beautiful
Fitzroy.
quality.
This is our Penny. I won't say too many brands, but the influence behind this, you can see if you went down Savile Row,
Yeah.
you'll see where a lot of the influence for this come from. The shorter vamp at the front, the quite large penny opening. These are all things that I just pick up from other brands and think no one in this vegan space is doing it.
No.
Let's get some quality. But
No,
like you said, you boys can't even tell.
No,
honestly,
I'm not a loafer. So what are the? Is this a traditional loafer
No,
design? Because I have not seen. I don't think this. I don't wear loafers that often.
Oh, we'll have to change
I
that.
know. I'm going to start wearing my swimming shorts with loafers.
That's very slim Aaron's. Yeah, I love it. No, this is the traditional commando sole.
Okay.
So this is what you would have like all year round, very durable, very grippy.
Yeah.
If you were to go like Italian tradition, you would go leather sole, which is
Okay.
that slappy one that makes a noise when you walk.
Yep.
But that's made of leather. Of course, there's no alternative to that right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So we go with this. It's commando sole. You find it in a lot of English shoes.
They
But
feel incredibly hot wearing.
They do.
Like on the
yeah,
sock.
I mean,
Like-
you can't tell, but I've been wearing those. These ones I've
Really?
been wearing for about a year. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No. That.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I do look after them, polish them
Yeah,
every
yeah.
night. Well, not every night, everywhere, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. But yeah,
Every night.
every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 fans.
yeah. Go on, keep it looking fresh. No, really impressive product, Ross.
That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Really
awesome.
impressive
So
product.
the website is
RossOliver.uk.
.uk.
.uk.
Yeah, going
So,
with the whole UK first.
Yeah, guys, if you want a lovely pair of loafers that are vegan, there's one place to go, and that's rossoliver.uk.
Yeah, I think that's great. Great way to end it.
Yeah, no,
thank
thanks
you
so
so
much
much
for
for
coming
coming
on,
down,
Ross.
Ross.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate
They are
it.
lovely.
It's been a
and,
pleasure.
I'm gonna have to sort myself out with a pair.
Yeah.